Hello and welcome to Femme channel. I'm Natalie. I'm so happy to see you here. Well, see you virtually, that is, and happy to put up this video. Finally, it's been a while. I do realize that there's been a big gap between the last time I uploaded videos, but I have to admit that recording videos, editing, and putting them up on YouTube is a lot of work, which I didn't realize, but I am very committed to this, and I promise, I will upload as many videos as I can, as often as I can. Now, in the meantime, if you want to see me live in action doing lightning readings, you can catch me on the Up and Adam channel here on YouTube, and I will be joining his channel once a month every Tuesday. I will be posting down in the community tab when that would be, and also on Facebook and Instagram, and you can catch me there as well. If you don't follow me already, please do, and also please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because that will help immensely, and that's a huge motivating factor for me to upload a lot of videos. What I want to do is open discussions about spirituality and any topics that you just want to talk about and you're not sure about how to address them, or you're new at this and you don't know what spirituality is, what tarot is all about, and how that can help you through this life path that you're going through. And of course, tarot can help immensely, because what we can do is pinpoint what the challenges and roadblocks are in your life right now, and with the help of your guides, my guides, and your higher self, we can figure out how you can go through them and how you can iron out, I keep stumbling on my words, but you can iron out those kinks in your life that are just bringing you down or suppressing your energy. But we'll get to all these things in the future. In the meantime, if you have any questions or any topics you would like me to address, please post them here in the community tab, or you can send me an email at femtarot@gmail.com. You can even visit my website, femtarot.com. So bear with me. Generally, I think my videos will improve as I go. I'm learning how to do this. It's much easier when I'm a guest on someone else's channel and at someone else's show, because I don't have to focus on whether the camera is working, the lighting is right, if everything is, my sound is okay, what I have to say in a structured way. I just talk and do readings. So let's get back to business, astrological business, that is, because tomorrow we have a new moon in Libra. Tomorrow, that would be Friday the 16th of October 2020. What does that really mean? And how can you overcome maybe challenges that this new moon will surface? So this is a new cycle. New moon means a new cycle. And like with any new cycle, that means new beginnings, because you realize that something from your past or something that in your life right now isn't working. Or it's working, but it's just really delaying your progress and it's causing challenges. Right, so this cycle helps us build our negotiating skills without going against our morals and principles. So that means we're going to stand our ground and listen to our inner voice that is telling us that certain things are not working, or that they are completely throwing us off balance. Also, some of Libra's lessons involve finding harmony. That's what Libra is all about, and overcoming challenging aspects. Now, something else that this new moon is going to bring, and this is very positive, is that it's going to bring a fresh, new and creative energy for all of us. And this is going to go into our relationships. Now, what does that mean? That means that this creative energy is going to help us figure out different ways, in a creative ways, on how to really build a relationship and improve a relationship and bring it forward, because we have been feeling lately that things have become a little bit stale. Of course, we also have Mars that just went retrograde, and what does that mean? That means a lot, but I'll get to that later. Or you can actually follow me on Facebook and Instagram, as I said before. And I've actually posted a few words about what to expect during retrograde season, Mars retrograde season. Aside from all the technological hiccups, don't sign any important documents if you can. Avoid surgery, things like that. What does it truly mean for your spiritual core? Now, what I want to do is I want to look at each star sign and see what is this new moon is going to surface. What is it going to bring? And at the same time, what's the universal, the divine advice? How can you overcome these obstacles? How you can overcome what's about to be brought forward by this new moon? So, and also, because probably it's going to be boring for you to listen to the whole, listen or watch the whole video with all the star signs, I'm going to add timestamps underneath in the description box for each star sign. So then you can just go straight to that and skip the blah, 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 blah. So let's get to it. Of course, we're going to start now with Aries, the first sign of the zodiac cycle. I've already shuffled, I've already cut the deck, and I'll get straight to it. Ooh, okay. The first card is what to expect with this full moon, and we've got the Tower card. Tarot readers do not like getting this card. Of course, it all depends on the position it's in, but in this case, the position it's in, it's what should you expect this full moon. The Tower card, so there's a lot happening right now, Aries, for you. A lot of disruption. Can I speak? No, apparently not. So a lot of disruption in your life. I'm never going to say that word right. So you know what I mean. Chaos, unexpected news, unexpected situations that are sort of going to throw you off balance. Again, we have this new moon in Libra. It's all about finding our footing and finding that balance. And everything right now in your life, dear Aries, shows that there's a lot of turmoil and a lot of fronts you have to deal with. But the good news is that following this full moon, you'll be walking away. So we have the Eight of Cups here. And as you can see, this is a situation you'll be able to handle very well, because you'll be able to rationalize those thoughts and emotions, bring them down a little bit, just calm, find the calmness within you and be able to deal with it. And be able, excuse the noise, that's the gardener, and be able to deal with it. And you'll be able to walk away from situations that cause tension. And of course, you being Aries, you do tend to get, when you get tense, you do tend to be a little bit, let's just say, mean-spirited. But I mean it in the way that, when you feel hurt or backed into a corner, you just tend to blurt out things that can be hurtful for other people, but you're not doing it intentionally. It's just the way you react to things. You are a fire sign, but you will be able, thank God, to really balance things out within you. And the most important thing is that you'll be able to see it from a different perspective and not from an emotional from your emotional core, from your emotional perspective. You'll be able to sort of see it from the outside in and figure out how to deal with it, what the solution is, because it's all about solutions for you, Aries. You love coming up with solutions to problems. You're really good at that. And that's what's going to happen. You will have to work on yourself, on containing those emotions, containing those impulses that you normally have. And this is going to smoothen things out for you, this new moon. And I'm happy for you, because this is a learning curve. And a lot of times it's just changing your mindset. It's not easy. I realize this very well. I have a moon in Scorpio. So I'm a very emotional person, and it's very hard for me to change my mindset, especially when things are just, stabbing me in my heart and my emotions. But it's a learning process. And that's why we're on this earth as spirits. We're using this body as a vessel. We're using this body in order to learn how to connect with our spiritual side and become better people, and how to react better in certain situations, because whatever energy you put out there, it will come back. If it's negative, it will come back. If it's positive, it will come back. So that is the advice from the tarot, my trusted tarot deck, and from my guides and my higher self and your higher selves as well. I know it's very hard for this to be, this is a general reading, and there are a lot of Aries out there going through a lot of things right now in their lives, but you should take the bottom line of the reading, and take that message and incorporate it in your life. And it will definitely help you go through these planetary aspects and this energy that is going around lately. I hope that helped. Hi Taurus, now it's your turn. I've already shuffled and cut the deck, and I'm going to go straight into it right now. So your focus is at work, or your focus is in building something that you've worked on really, really hard in the last, I'm going to say almost a year. So there's something that you've put in motion, you've just started putting it in motion, that you've been working on and planning for the last 8, 10, 12 months. And this is, you've been working hard. So I almost feel that you're a little bit burnt out, and there are moments that you're feeling disappointed, or you wake up in the morning and you don't have that motivation to keep going, or you're second guessing yourself. This is the energy around you now. But what's going to come up, or what's going to surface with the new moon in Libra, is that you're really going to start, and here we have the Queen of Swords. Let me just show you the first card, because I didn't. I'm sorry. This is the Eight of Pentacles. There you go. So what this new moon and how this is going to help you is that it's going to give you the time to slow down a little bit. Sit down with your thoughts. Sit down and listen to yourself, your intuition, and your thought. And it's mostly a strategic position that you're going to be in, a more sort of a thought process that you're going to go through, and strategizing and trying to make this journey or this path that you're in more deliberate, or have more of an objective. Because it seems to me that you started off without having really an objective. It was sort of like, I have this idea, I like it, I think it's gonna work out, let me give it a go. But there was a lot of planning behind it, because there was like one step forward, 2 steps back, sort of in the last few months. That's how I feel. But now what you're going to do is, so you're going to sort of detach yourself from it, and you're going to really think about, what is it am I doing? Am I chasing my tail? Am I going around in circles? Or is this really something that is going to work out if I do it right? And in my opinion, what I feel is that it is going to work out if you have a solid plan and a solid strategy. And Taurus, you're very good at building things. You like building things, you like projects, you like doing things that are tangible to you, that will bring tangible results. But sometimes you can lose that focus, because you're sort of like a hamster in a hamster wheel, and then you're suddenly like, why am I in this wheel? Why am I running around? What am I doing? So now is the time for you to sit back a little bit and reassess the situation. And the new moon will help you, will definitely help you do that. So slow your horses, think strategically, and reevaluate and reassess the situation. That's the advice that comes from the deck and my guides. Hope that helps. Hi Gemini, it's your turn. Let's see what this new moon is going to bring for you. And what is happening right now? What are the energies around you right now? I've already shuffled, so I'm just going to pull the cards. Ooh. All right. Gemini. So first of all, I pulled up the Five of Swords, and this is the energy around you right now. Well, that shows me that there's a lot going on. Just too much stuff. You're trying to multitask in an unproductive way. It's actually causing you a lot of stress and a lot of worries, and it's not productive because you're not finding any solutions, or you're not finding any ways out of the situation. So instead of you picking each topic or each issue at a time, you're trying to do everything everything all together all at once. And it's causing you sleepless nights and a lot of worry, which is counterproductive, because when we worry, we just go into this panic state. When we go into that fear mode, we're just like a deer in front of the headlights. You just don't know what to do. And because you're a communicator, dear Gemini, you like to communicate, then you tend to just go around the people that you love and the people that you trust, and you talk about it and talk about it and talk about it, and you listen to other people's opinions and you listen to other people's advice. But everyone has different opinions and different advices, and that's the problem. That is just got you confused. So at the moment, you're quite confused. So what is this new moon going to bring? What is it going to service? How is it going to help you? I got the moon card. And here it is. This moon card, for me, it's going to bring out issues that you've hidden or buried deep down. And because you just didn't have time to deal with them, or you didn't want to, or you didn't feel ready. But this new moon is going to tell you, no, you can't keep doing that. You have to actually pay attention to this issue, because once you solve this, everything else are going to fall into place, and you'll be able to feel a little bit lighter. I don't know what that issue is, but whatever it is, it will come up. It will come up to the surface, and you will have to deal with it. There's no way out. It's major arcana, and it's going to happen. So be prepared, brace yourself. But you can do it, because remember, once you deal with that issue, which is going to be a major one, then you'll be able to deal with everything else, and it will be easier for you to do so. So that's the advice for this full moon. Just stay calm. Excuse me. Try to think of things rationally. You're a Gemini. You're ruled by polarity a lot of times. So, 1 minute you can be super motivated and super energetic and out there and think you can but really believe that you can conquer the world. And then there are other moments where you just feel disappointed with people or with situations, and it sort of blocks you from moving forward. So what you have to work on is on dealing with issues that surface. And as I said, there will be one that will surface, something that you've had hidden. It could be from someone else, but I feel it's mostly an issue that you just sort of swept under the rug for a long time. And now is the time where the universe is telling you, you can't do that anymore. You have to do something about it. So what you have to do is just be more confident be more self-aware and confident about the decision you're going to make, because that decision is not only going to be a strategic decision or a practical one, but it's going to be an intuitive one. And listen to your intuition, because that's going to lead you. And that's going to lead you towards solving it or getting out of it as soon as possible, as mildly as possible. I hope that helped. Hi, dear Cancer, it's your turn now. Let's have a look. What is the energy around you right now? And what is the new moon in Libra going to bring? How is it going to help you to overcome any roadblocks or issues that you have now? I've already shuffled and I've already cut the deck. So okay. So it seems to me, I got the Lover's card. There you go. So for me, the Lovers card, what does it mean when it pops up, especially in this position? It is definitely right now, you are in an emotional relationship. Not necessarily physical relationship, but an emotional relationship with someone. And things are not clear cut for you. They're not clear as to where that relationship is going or whether this relationship is really for you. But there is that intense feeling. There is lust and feeling in love, and maybe there's sexual tension there, which is all great. But I also feel for some of you Cancers that maybe this relationship is, I'm going to say, you're sort of like the third party, or your partner you're suspecting your partner of probably not being loyal and faithful to you. So I feel that there's something going on there. There are third parties involved, whether you're the third party or there is a third party. And this relationship is almost like the energy I feel is that it's a strong, emotional, energetic relationship. It's very hard to cut those ties for whatever reason. Could be karmic, mostly karmic. So you don't know how to get out of the situation because your emotions are holding you back, and then you're and of course wishful thinking that maybe the situation is going to change and improve for you. This is the energy I get now. Now, how is the new moon going to help you? What's the advice? 10 of Swords. Logic. Use logic and common sense and not emotion. Emotions are very strong. They're a lot more powerful than common sense and our brain and logical thinking. I get that. But this is anchoring you down, whatever this relation, whatever the dynamic of this relationship is weighing you down emotionally. And and you know, when you're emotionally down, that blocks a lot of other things in your life, which are very separate to your emotional relationships or your sexual relationships. So what I'm picking up and what the advice is for the new moon is that you really need to maybe take a break. Distance yourself from this relationship. It's difficult, but once you do, I promise you, you'll find clarity. Things will open up for you. You'll be able to think a lot more straight and think about yourself first, because you're not doing that at the moment. Because when you are attached to someone emotionally, we don't tend to think of ourselves. We think of the person that we love or lust because we want to make them happy. Because we feel that if we make them happy, we have a secure relationship and they will stay with us longer or forever. But it's not always the case, as we all know. So the key here is for you to distance a little bit, take a little bit of a break. Don't see this person for a few days, take that time, or don't talk to them. Just say, I want to take a hiatus. I want to take a little break. I want to figure things out. And you'll be able to have a lot more clarity about you and about the situation you're in. And this is how the new moon in Libra is going to help you. I hope this helps. So dear Leo, let's look at you. So what we're going to look at, what's the energy right now, what's happening in your life right now, and how this new full moon, okay. Hi dear Leo. Now we're going to look at you. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at what is the energy around you right now, what's the situation, and what's the advice? How is the new moon in Libra going to help you deal with the situation and to get out of this energy? So I've already shuffled and I've already cut the deck. All right. I mean, my reaction is probably making you a bit nervous, but this is the energy right now. 3 of Swords. So There's a lot going on, and it feels to me that you're emotionally overburdened, and almost like some of you Leos are going through a breakup. It doesn't have to be necessarily an emotional breakup or from a relationship, but it can be a partnership, it can be from work, it can be even from family. So there's some kind of very, very hurtful and intense situation going on right now with you, and you're almost at your ends, at your wit's end. I was about to say ends wit, you know what I mean. And this is hard on you. It's been hard on you. I realize that. I see that in the card. I feel the energy, but you're very, very strong and you're very tenacious. So you are able to control those feelings, at least outwardly, to at least when you're around other people. But inside you, it's a different story. I get that. Now, how is this new moon going to help you? What's the advice? Well, it is going to help you immensely, because I got the Ace of Cups. This is an emotional fulfillment. This is an emotional beginning. Something new is going to start for you. Something wonderful. Something which emotionally will be fulfilling, and you will feel more emotionally complete in. So it could be a new relationship, it could be a new partnership, it could be a new idea for a new maybe project or business venture or something like that, that would really help you find that balance again. It's emotionally, it's going to bring things out. You might have a good cry for a day or two. I know Leos. I mean, Leos cry too, behind closed doors. But you might need to get that feeling or those emotions out, like vent, maybe go to meet your best friend and vent. And that will really help you put things into perspective and really start new, like start fresh. And this new moon, again, as I said at the beginning of the video, is going to help you find creative ways of doing that. And you will be able to do that. You're a strong fire sign, and that tenacity in you is never going to let you feel beat down. You might feel that now, but it's temporary. Everything is temporary in life. Nothing is permanent. Remember that. I hope that helped. Hi dear Virgo, now it's your turn. Let's have a look. What we're going to look at is the energy surrounding you right now, what's happening right now in your life, and what the new moon is going to bring, and a collective advice on what you can do to overcome this roadblock, this challenge that you're having right now. So let's pull the cards. Okay. So you are going through a change, dear Virgo, right now. So you almost feel that you need to run away from situations and things that are not working for you. You've made that decision. You've been going through that process for a while now, but now is the time where you feel now it has to be done. That you have to walk away from situations that really are not working for you, and they're not. So, but this feeling of this, let's say, tendency to run away or not deal with that or with whatever it is that is not good for you at the moment, is also not exactly solving the situation. It's not doing anything for it. So what I get as a advice, or what the new moon, how the new moon is going to help you, well, I get the King of Pentacles here. Oopsie. So as you see, he's holding a coin, and you have the wolf here. So for me, this is a card of someone who has a lot of wisdom with internally and externally. So it's not only a spiritual wisdom, but it's also an actual knowledge of things, quite educated. And aside from being educated, this person, according to my intuition, is more of a loner, a very independent soul, a loner, someone who works best alone. So how I see it is that you should probably take time to have an inner dialogue, an inner conversation with yourself, and figure out who you really are, because somehow I pick up that you've probably lost that along the way, hence the tendency of escaping or running away of whatever that is not working for you. And whatever that is, it is going to bring you independence. It is going to help you out, but you need to figure out how you can put that energy in the right place, and rather than putting it onto you, because you're a Virgo, you do tend to moan and complain a lot, which is counterproductive a lot of the time, and it is annoying for everyone around you. It is, and no one's going to want to help you if you keep going round in circles and complaining about the same thing. So something has to give, really. And what has to give is that you need to learn how to work on yourself and how to work alone, how to figure things out alone without the influence of the people around you and the situations around you. And you will be able to, and this new moon will help you. It will make you more introverted in a lot of ways, but that's a good thing, because that is sort of an energy wave that is going to help you surf through this situation in a more smooth way and without affecting your self-esteem and your confidence. I hope that helped. Hi Libra, let's look at you now. Let's look at the energy that is on you or surrounding you right now and how you can overcome it, or also what is this new moon about to surface for you, which will eventually help you as long as you have a plan. It's always about having a plan, and because this is a new cycle, we need to strategize a little bit at the beginning of the new moon, or at the beginning of the moon cycle, rather, that's more correct. And then the rest of this cycle will be a lot more smoothly, and the moon energy and the divine energy is going to help you. I keep using my hands a lot. I'm very animated. Yes, oh, this is wonderful. So we get the Six of Swords here. That's the energy around you now, dear Libra, which means that you've been through a lot. You had to deal with a lot. You've been under pressure a lot. But you're coming out of it right now. You're sailing through it. You're at the end, like the last leg of it, which is great news for you. And this means that you've worked really hard to get to this point. And the best part is, before I go on, that we get the Temperance card. The Temperance card in the position for the new moon. Okay, what this new moon is going to bring and what the advice is. So this generally is a card that, to me, means this is what my guides are telling me, that you are being guided by your angels, your guides. So they've heard you. You've been praying, or you've been talking to them, or you've been summoning and asking them to come forth and help you, and they've been listening and they're there. You just need to be a little bit more patient. You're almost there. You're at the end, right at the end, where you went from a tsunami of situations and things that you had to deal with to a lot more like calmer waters. And this is going to bring a whole new way of thinking, and you're going to feel inspired again, dear Libra. It's a wonderful card to get, and I'm happy to see that you've worked so hard to get out of whatever predicament or whatever situation has been weighing you down and emotionally weighing on you for such a long time. So you're almost there. Breathe in, breathe out, be a little bit more patient, and things will just turn out fine for you. I hope that helped. It's your turn. So I've shuffled, I've cut the deck, and now let's see what the cards have to say. It's all about finding balance with you. We get the Justice card, and the Justice card is not only as the name of the card suggests about justice and law, and it's also, justice is all about balance and being fair, and this is what you're working on right now. You're working in your balance things out. And it's not easy. You're very private, dear Scorpio. So a lot of times you just keep things in and you try to work them out. But it's not always easy to do that without the help of other people. Sometimes we just need a good piece of advice, or we just need someone to say, I get it. I'm with you. I understand. I support you. Whatever it is, I support you. You just need that. So you need to be a little bit more open with the people around you and the people that you trust, because the balance doesn't only just come from within. Of course, you have to work on your core, your spirit core and your core to find that balance. But also balance can come from the people around you, and how they communicate to you and what they say to you, because they can put things in perspective much easier than you can, because you're more tangled in your own emotions. What the new moon is going to bring is a sigh of relief. Suddenly things are going to make sense to you. Why things happen the way they did. Things are going to make sense for you, and you will be able to juggle and manage everything in a more positive way. Because up until now, I feel like you had a little bit of that negative and dark energy, which does surround Scorpios. They do tend to do that, but it wasn't helping you, because you were just putting yourself you were digging yourself in a darker hole, and in the end you were like, that hole is so big, I don't even know how to get out of it. But you are getting out of it, and this new moon will definitely bring up things that, like, good news. You're going to get good news, and not only will there be good news, there will also like the energy that is coming will also help you manage everything in a smoother and a more effortless way, which is what you need right now. Because you do tend, when you feel overloaded, you do tend to get a little bit bitter and a little bit you play the self-blame game, and it's not helping anyone, especially you. But things are going to change, and it's going to be okay, because you have the new moon energy really helping you build that. So Sagittarius, let's have a look at you. What's the energy right now, and how is this new moon in Libra going to help you, and what the advice is? Queen of Pentacles, that's the energy right now. Yeah, Sagittarius, you're at the top of the world. You know why? Because despite what this year's been like, despite it being Mars, retrograde season, and Mars being retrograde, and having Jupiter going direct again, there's a lot. You just feel like the top of your game. You manage and you control your life the way you want to. You're a nonconformist for sure, but you're very confident in your skills, and you're very confident in what you're doing. And I almost feel that this is a good time for you to make money as well. You're probably making money, or it's a good time for you to make money. Whatever that energy is, it's a very good energy, and take advantage of it as much as you can. Regarding the new moon, yes, this is a wonderful card too. Ace of Wands. So you're going to get very inspired by this new moon in Libra, and you're going to be very creative. And all these maybe thoughts and plans and designs and whatever it is that you've been doing lately is really you're really going to take a listen and really take it more seriously, and consider whether this is something that actually will help you in the future, bring you more money in, or actually just put your creative input out there and see what comes out of it. If you like to write, if you like to draw, if you like to build, whatever it is that gets your creative juices going, it's going to really be the focal point right now. And you will have to listen, not only have, you will want to listen to it, and you will want to see what comes out of it. And I think it's wonderful. I actually love that. And you know, dear Sagittarius, you're always positive. You're always like the fun-loving sign. I love Sagittarius because you have so much fun with them. And they are always like, you are always so positive. You have a positive outlook in life. And it's what we need right now, because look around you, you know, you switch on the TV, or you go on social media and everything is doom and gloom. So we all need a Sagittarius in our lives, that's for sure. Hi dear Capricorn, let's look at you now. Let's see, what's the energy right now? So what's happening in your life right now that we need to focus on? And what is the new moon going to bring, and how it's going to help you, and what the advice is? So let's have a look. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So I just picked the 10 of Cups. For this is the energy right now. So your focus and your energy goes to your family and your loved ones, and the people that you care for, people that you consider family. They don't have to be blood relatives, but even a very good friend to you, to some people, can mean more. They mean more than even family members. So this is your focal point right now. You're working hard on building a stable foundation and a stability in your life, not only in your life, but in your family life. It seems to me that you're taking the reins, and you are a provider. That's what you do. And you are a breadwinner. Capricorns generally love to work, and they love, and they're, you know, they have that objective to make money and be independent and build structures and all that. And this is definitely a sort of supersized me energy right now, which shows me that you're focusing on your family, your kids, your parents, friends that you consider family, and how to help them and how to make things more stable. What is the new moon is going to bring for you well, we have the 8 of Wands here. So what it's going to bring is going to bring a very fast energy. So suddenly things are going to start moving in different directions for you. You don't tend to like to multitask. You're not as good. You like to focus on one thing at a time, because you're meticulous in what you want to be meticulous in what you want to do and what you're doing, actually. And so this is going to be a little bit chaotic for you, and a little bit frightening is not the word, but it's going to make you nervous, because you'll be like, which one should I deal with first? What's happening? But it's not a bad energy. It's not a negative energy. It just means that a lot of things are going to fall on your lap, and you will have to deal with them, and you have to learn how to deal with all of them at once. Indeed, I'm sorry to break the news, but at the same time, what it's going to do is just going to open so many more doors for you in so many more aspects in your life. And that's why that should be your motivator, or your motivation to deal with it in the best way possible. If you cannot deal with all of them at once, ask for help, ask for support. People will offer support and will give it to you, as long as you're open to it. Sometimes it's hard for you to do that, but maybe this is the lesson that this new moon is bringing in for you. Learn how to accept help and how to ask for it, and things will then just move a little bit faster for you, because you do tend to be a little bit impatient when things are just too slow. But at the same time, you tend to be a little bit more slow in making decisions and taking the right steps, or the steps necessary towards dealing with certain issues. So, but what I have to say is that I think it's wonderful that your focus and all your energy is going to your family and to your loved ones more specifically, because a lot of people are going through a lot right now, and it's not going to be easy, especially the next 2 months or so. So keep doing what you're doing. Aquarius, let's look at you right now. It's your turn. Let's see. Ooh, okay. So what we have here, what the energy is around you, what you're busy with, what you're feeling, what you're thinking. So we have the Page of Swords, new beginnings, especially when it comes to business, it comes to work, and in the professional aspect. It's not only new ventures, but it's also learning something new. You Aquarians, I'm an Aquarian too, so I should know. You like to be involved in many different things, because being involved in many different projects or hobbies or things is how you learn, and you love to absorb knowledge. You love to know a lot of things, in-depth things about a lot of things. That did not make any sense, but I hope that made sense. So you just like to sort of dip your toes, not just dip, but get more involved with a lot more things, especially things that are in trend, or things that are interesting for you, or things that can help humanity, can help animals. And it seems to me that now you're taking sort of that leap to learn something new, because you want to make a change, either for yourself or for the collective. And how this new moon is going to help you, or what it's going to bring to you, is the Five of Cups. We have the Five of Cups. So yeah, on one hand, we have you sort of have that energy, that fire within you. So I want to learn something new. I want to discover things. I want to possibly, try different projects or ventures, or even professional ventures. But at the same time, you're not 100% sure this is the direction you want to go. It's almost like you have a job, like you have a position somewhere in a company, or you have a stable job, and you either started a second job on the side, or you're just trying a new venture. It could be on YouTube, it could be on Instagram, it could be writing a book, whatever it may be, and you're not sure whether investing so much time and energy towards that venture is worth it. So you are gonna sort of like look back, like stay back and look at what it is you're doing, and almost second guess yourself and not be sure about it, even though everyone around you is saying, yeah, go for it, you would be great at it, you're gonna make money, you're gonna be successful. You hear that, but you don't actually believe it yet. Maybe because you're not at that point where you feel that you've built you've built your skills to the point where you can feel confident enough. But still, this new moon is just really going to exaggerate that feeling, or sort of like magnify, actually, that's what I'm looking for, magnify that feeling for you, that feeling of a little bit self-doubt, and should I spend all that time and even maybe money on that? Yes, the answer is within you, but I mean, if you ask me as Natalie, I'm going to say, yes, it's always worth it. If you have that feeling and that drive to start something, you should be able to finish it, because there's a reason you started it. There's a reason you were pushed energetically to do it. And self-doubt is, it's the enemy of creativity. Absolutely the enemy. So try to push that self-doubt aside and just really focus on what it is you want to do and on your strengths. Don't forget your strengths, because sometimes Aquarians they tend to focus on their weaknesses rather than on their strengths. And how is that helping anyone? It's not. So focus on your strengths and reassess a little bit, maybe do things a little bit differently, just to help you manage whatever it is you're starting, whatever it is you want to do, and take it from there. And this is how the new moon in Libra is going to help you. Last but not least, we've got Pisces. So I've shuffled, I've cut the deck. Let's see what comes up. Oh, okay, I see. So we get the Strength card. That's the energy around you right now. This is what's happening. This is what you're thinking. Strength. So dear Pisces, you suddenly have this amazing urge to just put yourself out there. You just have an extroverted wave of energy right now that is pushing you to do things that maybe are out of your comfort zone, because we know Pisces, you know, you like to live in a more safe world, and that's the world that you have created in your own head, and that's absolutely acceptable and fine. And this is how you cope, because you're so sensitive. This is how you cope with everything around you, by, you know, living more inside your head. But what is happening lately, and especially now, even more now, is that you're being pushed to get out of that comfort zone and try to experiment more, or try to do things differently than you've done maybe most of your life. And this new moon is definitely going to help you, because you're going to have bursts of creativity and bursts of productive moments of productivity that you probably doubted you had for a while now. But because we get the Queen of Wands, so you're going to feel a lot more confident, a lot more on top of your own game, basically. With this new moon is really going to help you do that. And even partnering up with someone, something that you not so easily did in the past, but maybe now it's going to push you to partner with someone that is very different to you and thinks and reacts very differently to you. And actually that's a very good thing, because it's just going to bring a little bit more balance. Again, we have Libra, finding balance, finding harmony, and you'll be able to do that with the new moon, because the moon is going to push you to do that. And I think that's wonderful. And maybe that is also going to open a whole new chapter in your life, which you actually need right now, because I almost feel that you have that strength and you have that motivation, but you're slightly bored. You've been slightly bored with things and you just wanted to change them, but it's not easy for you. You know, change is not that easy for you. But this moon, it's definitely going to push you to do that and help you. And I would listen to that. And I would really go with the flow. Go with the energetic flow, because it's going to help you. You can't go wrong with that. I hope that helps, dear Pisces. So that's it for today. I hope everything resonated. I hope it made sense. Again, always check your not only your star sign, but your ascendant too. It might make more sense if you check your ascendant. In most cases it does. And I will see you the next time. And by the way, I would like to apologize. I had technical issues last Monday. My Wi-Fi was being funny. Also, my computer crashed. It froze. It completely froze, and then it crashed. And then it took me 20 minutes to figure things out. And then by the end, I was just like completely done with it. But I do promise to do. I will be doing lives on Mondays. Starting next Monday, if I don't have any other technical issues. I'm trying to sort everything out, I promise. But at the same time, what I would love for you, and how you can help me, is by either subscribing, or maybe getting some of your friends or your loved ones who are into tarot, spirituality, and astrology to subscribe and follow me, because the more followers I have, the easier, the more fun the lives are going to be. And I will be doing lightning readings for people, so that they come up with one question, and then I will just throw out a few cards and try to answer it as best as I can in a very short time frame, because I would like to help as many people as possible, especially now, because they are uncertain times and there is a lot of nervousness in the world. So I hope that helps. Thank you very much, and see you the next time. Bye.